While exploring the keyboard galleries at St. Cecilia's Hall, you may pass by this instrument without giving it much notice. Let's be honest, it's quite plain and it's not very exciting. But this is probably one of the most important pianos we have in our collection. It is a type of piano that helped to make the piano the popular instrument we play today. And its invention highlights how a savvy instrument maker can change the shape of music through innovation, design, and a good, healthy dose of marketing. The piano, also called pianoforte or forte piano, was invented around 1700 by Bartolomeo Cristofori in Florence, Italy. The instrument was an important development in keyboard design, as it had the ability to play soft, piano in Italian, or loud, forte in Italian, through the force of the player's finger on the key. But it was not an immediate success, and it took around 60 years before the instrument started to be played more frequently. During this time, keyboard players more often played the harpsichord, clavichord, or organ, and many musicians played all three. So how did the piano become so popular? It was a gradual process. As with all new technology, early pianos were expensive, and there were very few people making them in the early to mid 18th century. This meant that musicians interested in playing the instrument had to search for a piano maker and be willing to pay a premium price. So, to increase popularity, there needed to be more pianos available, and they needed to be affordable too. The maker of this instrument, Johannes Christoph Zumpe, was a German-born instrument maker who immigrated to London during the mid-18th century. When Zumpe established his instrument-making workshop, he decided that rather than making harpsichords, which were more commonly played at the time, he would make pianos. Zumpe was a very astute businessman, and he realized that to make his piano-making business profitable, he needed an instrument that the masses could afford, particularly the growing middle class in industrial London. What Zumpe manufactured was a piano with a simplified design. He gave it a rectangular form and simplified the action, which is the internal mechanism that causes the hammers to strike the strings. By adopting these modifications, Zumpe's pianos could be mass-produced in what many consider to be the first instrument-making factory. He debuted his instrument in 1766 and called it the square pianoforte. Although Zumpe manufactured an affordable piano for amateurs to play, that didn't mean people were immediately rushing out to buy them. Zumpe needed to create a buzz around his instrument, which he did by getting a celebrity to endorse it. That big name was Johann Christian Bach, the son of Johann Sebastian Bach and the music teacher to Queen Charlotte. Bach performed concerts around London on a Zumpe square piano, which certainly created a buzz. Also around this time, English music publishers began to print keyboard music specifically marked on the cover as music for the pianoforte. Now, imagine you are the head of a middle-class family in late 18th century London. Your daughter needs to learn to play a keyboard instrument to be considered properly educated. You have the option of buying a small harpsichord or one of Zumpe's square pianofortes, which are cheaper than any of the harpsichords available. It is the instrument that J.C. Bach plays, and you know, he is the music teacher to Queen Charlotte. And the music itself is telling you that it should be played on a piano. You, and many others like you, purchase a piano for your home. As more people switched to playing the piano and more music was written for the piano, other instruments, like the harpsichord and the clavichord, slowly started fading away. And so the popular piano was born.